Every week, you're putting in hours designing, uploading and tweaking Etsy listings, but it's not going the way you want it to. So what would it take to actually make $1,500 in profit per month? That's what this video is about, and specifically how to do it as a print-on-demand seller from the EU, as the advice from US YouTubers doesn't always match what we are dealing with. We'll cover 3 things. First, we'll cover the pricing strategy that gets you ranking on page 1 and keeps the math working for $1,500 per month. Then we'll pick the niches that sell every single day, so the sales actually keep coming month after month. And lastly, how to turn one winner into several winners so you can stack listings up and actually get to the $1,500 per month goal. Now, when most people have their design ready that they spend a lot of time working on, they publish that to Etsy. But then a few weeks roll by and no sales really come in. This is really what happens to 99% of people's listings, and a big reason for it is because they don't have a clear strategy to get those first sales. So look at these 2 listings of mine. On this first one, I didn't use break-even pricing. I launched the listing closer to the full price that I actually wanted, and the early sales were really slow. But on the second one, I did use a low pricing strategy in the beginning. Not because I wanted to make a huge profit on the first sale, but because I wanted to make it easier for people to buy. And that's what matters, because Etsy is always trying to serve customers what they like. We can go back and forth on favorites and add the cards, but at the end of the day, what Etsy shows to more customers is what people are already purchasing. So when the listing gets those first few sales, Etsy gets a signal that people actually want it. And once the listing has around 10 sales, we can raise the price and actually get the profit that we want. And here's the part that most people don't realize. Changing pricing does not affect how far up in the search results we show up. Changing your SEO can hurt your rank here, but changing your price does not reset the listing in the same way. So what I like to do here is price my listings so I get a $2 to $4 profit per sale in the beginning. Then once we have reached 10 sales, I change the price so I get about $10 profit per sale. That way, the listing has a better chance to get those early sales that we really need, and then once it starts ranking, we can raise the price to keep around $10 profit per sale. At $10 profit per sale, 150 sales a month gets you to $1,500 in profit per month. That's the math that we're building towards. And to change pricing fast, you can use Etsy's listing bulk editor or just use a bulk edit software like the suite that we have in my school community. Now, a quick note. The way that I sell print-on-demand products from Europe is with Printify. You upload the design, you connect it to Etsy, and when someone buys, Printify prints and ships the products for you. Link is in the description if you want to check them out, and use the code Andreas at sign up for 30 days of free Printify Premium. Okay, so now that you know how to price your listings, you're on track to make $1,500 per month in profit. But in order to get to $1,500 per month, we actually need to sell each and every day. And that starts with picking the right niche, which basically means the specific group of buyers you're designing for. And I know this sounds pretty obvious, but this is where a lot of people get confused. Because look at this niche here. YouTubers are recommending that this 250th anniversary niche for the US all over the place. And I know it's doing well. I mean, this listing is about 2 months old. It's already a bestseller, and it's done about 95 sales, which is good. What happens after July 4th? This listing will dip just as all the political listings do. And as an example, this was a super popular design last year and now it doesn't sell at all. And that begs the question, if you're not supposed to go into these trending niches or holiday events, what should you do instead? We need to go into the events that happen every single day. Because if we do, we can get sales all year long, just like this one here. This is a custom dog shirt that was listed back in 2024. And this one listing has been getting over 1,000 sales a month for over a year. We can see a small little dip here, but as you can see, 71 people bought this shirt in the last 24 hours. So this listing is not going away by any means. And that's because people love their pets. Whether that's cats or dogs or any animal that we get to share our lives with, a custom pet shirt can fit for anyone in the family's birthday, but even better, it also serves as a great Christmas gift. Meaning that's also why you see such a huge spike here in November and December. You can never get this type of continuity with seasonal holiday niches or just trending niches like the political niche or the 250th anniversary niche. So the solution here is to spend most of our time focusing on designing shirts for events that happen every single day. Think birthdays, custom pictures, bachelorettes. Those are events that happen every single day. And if we build our stores with that in mind, we can then add in some seasonal designs here and there if we want to, but only if we do it at the back of our portfolio of designs that are just in niches that sell every single day. This is the exact thinking that I've personally used to build a $1.9 million print-on-demand business from Europe. It's by picking niches that sell every single day instead of chasing what's trending at the moment. So now you know that you need to price low and pick niches where people buy every single day. The final mistake is expecting one design to carry the whole $1,500 per month profit goal that we have. Because if one listing has to carry that full amount of profit every single month, that listing has to do so much work. And for a beginner, that's a really hard bet to come by. But it can also work in a very different way here. 150 listings making $10 per month in profit each is the same total as one listing making $1,500 in profit per month. And getting 150 related listings to make $10 per month can be much more realistic than getting one listing to just make $1,500 per month by itself. And that's why your first winner matters so much. Because once a design is working and it's selling, you don't treat it like the finish line. You gotta treat it like a signal. That signal should tell you to do more of this type of design or to do more designs in the niche it's selling in. So the next step is not to start designing brand new designs. The next step is to turn one winner into 10 variations. If one product sells in a niche, first ask it how you can make more products for that same buyer. Can you keep the same style and apply it to another phrase that the same buyer would want? And once you've done that, can you also take the design and just change the wording so it fits an adjacent niche too? Point here is not to copy the same design over and over. The point is to let one proven product show you where the next related product should come from. That's really how you can make the $1,500 in profit per month work. You don't need every listing to become huge. All you need is a small group of related listings that contribute to the monthly profit target. The lesson is this: your first winner is not supposed to be the whole business. It's supposed to become the starting point for enough related listings to make the whole profit per month goal possible. So the path to $1,500 in profit per month is simple. Price lower in the beginning, choose a niche that sells every single day, and then turn that first winner into enough related listings to get you to $1,500 in profit per month and beyond. But all of this only really works if the design is something that people actually want to buy. Because if people don't like the design, it won't really sell no matter how good the pricing is, or how good the niche is, or how many related listings you actually make from it. So the next step is learning how to create designs that actually have a chance to sell. Watch this video next where I walk through my exact design formula step by step.